everybody, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Music. How is your Tuesday going? Let me know in the comment section. I am extremely excited for this week's episode because we have someone based out of Saskatchewan joining us. Listen, I can't remember the last time we had someone in Saskatchewan. It's definitely been over a year. I can confidently say it's definitely been over a year. So I'm so excited. Without further ado, let's invite them.
Hi.
Ben, how are you? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Behind the Music.
Oh, this is so great. Thank you so much for having me. This is so awesome.
Absolutely, had to. Okay, so a lot of people don't know you are a Christian artist. You are, well, actually, I should say Christian pop because we don't just put ourselves in boxes around here.
No,
We
do
move
not.
around. And then also you're half Métis. You're an award-winning artist. So there's so much there to talk about, man. Let's start at the very beginning. When was that moment where you're like, okay, I want to take music seriously and I should write a song. I should put it out.
Oh my goodness. When I was 12, I created like an acting and singing portfolio,
Oh.
and I sent it to LA.
Oh. Oh wow. When
Like
you were 12.
yeah, like I was so resourceful. This was like I'm not that old in terms of like back then we had internet and stuff. So
Yeah.
I researched like some talent agencies and I was like I just want to be on the Family Channel. I want to be like a triple threat. So
Let's go.
submitted like an actual like manila envelope with my headshot, which was actually just a school picture. I put the contact information as my mom's restaurant's phone number.
Okay.
So one day, our restaurant got this call that was like, "Hey, is Maria available?" My mom was like, "Hello, this is Maria," and like, "Hey, we're calling from so and so talent agency in LA. We received your daughter's portfolio, and we wanted to discuss some opportunities." And my mom was like, "What?" And
So
she like, I think she,
so
I
it
don't know if she like hung
worked.
up. I don't know what that like. It could have been nothing, but basically, like my mom was just like, "No, we're not like moving to LA so that you can be a child actor." I was like, oh. But it was like I wanted to do it all. I wanted to do like the Hillary Duff thing, the JoJo thing. Like I just that was like that was the goal in life. So it started off really young when I was like a early teenager. My parents took me to Canada's Got Talent auditions,
Oh
and
wow.
like I didn't even make it past the judges because like I choked naturally. Like it's a terrifying environment.
Course, and you were
So
very young too.
yeah. So there's that, and yeah, I don't know. I've wanted to do this forever, so it's really cool to be able to like be doing it. And I mean, it doesn't come without its challenges, but it's super cool, you know.
Absolutely. Okay, that's amazing. First off, the fact that you were 12 and you sent off the envelope and it potentially kind of worked. Like the fact that you even got a response, like that's
I know.
amazing.
I just don't feel like it was that common back then. Like if you were sending in a portfolio, like you really wanted to do it. Now you
Yeah,
can like
you're
you can just
serious.
mass email everybody and it's just like you get nothing back because there's like such a saturated market for that. But
It's
back then
true.
it was
It's
like you
true.
went through the trouble. Like I bought an envelope. Next door we had like a sort of like a office supply shop. So I went over there and I got the stamp. I took it to the mailbox. Like it was a whole thing. So
It
I was
was
committed. I was committed.
that was a mission.
Yeah.
Successfully done, by the way. I feel like you need to give your 12-year-old self some more credit. So your parents, they didn't want you to move to LA, but they were still supportive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like my dad, even though we had a really rocky relationship, like he wasn't a super great dad, he was so supportive of my music. Whether it was like, I just want her to be famous so that like I can live cushy for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know if that was I don't know. But he was always like just super, super supportive of that. My mom is too, just in like a different way, you know, like, yeah.
Manager. You want to make sure
No,
everyone's treating you right type of thing.
maybe. I don't really like, I don't let people into, I mean, it's just like there's so much to manage and I don't need like people's opinions on what I should do. Like I leave that
Mm.
really specifically to my husband, who literally his name is Jer, and I call him Manager because he has such good discernment and he like makes such good choices. So he's like pretty much one of the only people I let into the inner circle.
Nice.
Sorry,
Fair.
mom, if you're
Fair.
watching this.
Yeah. Oh no. I don't know. But we send them both love. We appreciate the support from both of them, right? Um, so when did the Christian music genre come into play?
Uh, so in 2014, I recorded my Peculiar EP, and that one was really fun. It was like my very first time doing the studio thing.
Mhm.
So I got to learn and see and try a lot of stuff. So it was really cool to do that. I had been writing Christian stuff for a while at that point, but I don't know, like I kind of picked some of the songs that I had written that were more Christian sounding because I was really just trying to break out into like a market. I
Mm.
hadn't put anything else out in the time that had passed, so I was like, okay, I want to do the Christian music thing. I'm gonna put some Christian songs out there, and I don't know. I mean, from that moment on, like after that EP was its own thing. I wish I could delete it. I don't love it, but um, the music that came after that, I felt a lot of pressure to fit into this like mold, this bubble, this box that I don't know how to describe it properly, but maybe just say it felt almost like I was an imposter because none of the songs that I was writing really felt like songs I was passionate about. Like I loved the
Oh.
songs, but I was like, I don't feel like this is necessarily my end goal or end destination for my sound, but because I
Mhm.
wanted to break out into this like church sound market, I put the songs out there. And now I pretty much just said like, no, I don't care if no one listens to my music but me. If I'm going to be spending so much money, so much effort, and like brain and heart space on music, it has to be stuff that I love and am passionate about creating. So that was kind of a boundary I set probably about 2 years ago, and just kind of getting all of that out there now is kind of fun. So yeah.
Yeah. And so, okay, so when did that switch happen? Would you say it's just recently or it's been a few years?
It was about 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so now you must feel a lot more free,
Hmm.
just being able to write, do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. In this season, like I still feel called to release songs that have like a very prominent faith uh message. I don't
Yeah.
I guess but I have so many songs that I've written that have really nothing to do with faith. There is like an undercurrent of faith in them, but it's not so direct.
Hmm.
And I feel like there's going to come a time in my life as an artist where I'll feel the green light to go ahead and release that. And it's not that I'm like going to go mainstream necessarily. It's just that these songs are like real. They're just real life songs. They're songs about my marriage, about my relationships with people, about kids and being a mom. And they're just like songs that I've needed to hear in the seasons that I've been navigating all of those things, and I would love to put them out there. I just don't know when that's coming. It's just kind of as we do this, like I'm trying to just focus on one thing at a time, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like those topics that you're covering now in the writing process are so needed. Like there are so many moms that need that support through music and like,
Yeah.
just need something to jam to and relate to on that level and even marriage. Like we hear a lot of songs about relationships and stuff,
Mhm.
but not that aspect of like, okay, what happens now when you're committed
Right.
and you made this long-term commitment, and then also through the Christianity perspective, even though it's not there, that's kind of what your marriage is based off of, right? So it's still going to
Yeah.
be there. It's not direct, but it's there. It's included.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
This
girl.
new season. Okay, well, we won't rush the process.
One day at a time, one thing at a time.
Absolutely, but some exciting stuff in the works. Amazing. Well, as you continue to develop your career, you've been able to also be recognized not only here in Canada but also in America with the GMAs, and then also there's the Covenant Awards that's coming up as well, and it's happened in the past as well that you've attended,
Yeah.
right? Can you first off, take us back to Nashville 2017. What happened? And for those that don't know, GMAs is the Gospel Music Association. They have an award show, and this is basically like the Grammys of Christian music, essentially. All your favorite gospel and Christian artists have been recognized at this award show.
Yeah. I entered into a songwriting, well, it was called Review You back in the day. They don't do it anymore. And it was in conjunction with the Immerse conference.
Yeah.
And basically what that is in June, the Gospel Music Association of the States, the America, whatever you call y'all,
Yeah.
they pretty much bring in some really awesome big names, whether they're songwriters, artists, producers, A&R people, label executives, and you can attend this conference and basically go to different workshops and breakout sessions and learn everything there is to learn about the Christian music industry.
Mhm.
I went basically for the purpose of submitting for this thing called the Review You competition. And basically what that is you submit as either an artist writer, or just a songwriter. The year before, in 2016, I had put in for artist writer, and I literally choked. I get performance anxiety like you would not believe. So, and I'm sitting there like playing my piano and singing in front of a, like, I don't even know, just the table of like record label people, and I was just freaking out. So anyways, I choked in 2016, tried again in 2017, got cut from the artist writer. However, I won the songwriter, which is cool. At the time I was like, I had these plans and goals for myself, in that moment, because I've just tried to word this properly because I don't want to like mention any names, but there's a certain person that would go to these, and she was kind of high up in the songwriting world, and she would sort of like see you and your talent, like when you would win this competition, and she would basically pull you into her fold, and you would become part of this group, and you'd get to release songs and go viral and tour, and it was a whole thing. And so the
Oh
year
wow.
before, I watched some friends win it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I want. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I will also mention that I was pregnant with my second child at the time, and brought my first child, who was like a year old, with me.
Oh.
Pastor Aaron with the popcorn. you know, you know. Um, I'm not I'm not spilling the tea. And so but for some reason I was ready to like forsake all of that, and I was ready to like join under this thing and do the things with all those people. And when I won, this individual did not come up to me and did not offer me anything. And I just remember being like, for real? Like, is it me? Is it me, Jesus? If you know, you know. I was just trying to figure out like, okay, what did I do wrong that I'm not getting like poached
Mhm.
into this deal? And so it didn't happen. I was really frustrated, and I felt like, okay, what the heck do I do next? As part of the winning package, I got to go back to Nashville for the Dove Awards and present an award. And I also got to tour a couple other label offices, and I will not mention those names either. And talk about deals and A&R and publishing and
Yeah.
stuff. But at that point, I was honestly so defeated from like not getting what I wanted at first, like from the initial win, being under that umbrella of people, that I was like pretty determined to do it on my own. And after like meeting some of those people in their offices and getting to know them a little bit, I was a little bit turned off by what I had seen and what I had heard.
Mm.
So I was just like,
Energy and
okay,
standards. Energy and standards.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The energy for sure, you could feel like there was almost like this competitiveness that like when you walk in the room, you just felt like the oxygen suck out of the room because like you just feel anxiety immediately. And I have really strong, I don't know, I don't want to say like intuition because it's not really the right word, like discernment, that's the right word. I have really strong discernment. And I've always been that kind of a person where I feel like the Holy Spirit just gives me like green flag or red flag. Now it's
And
just like
that's
a room of red
very
flags.
powerful. That is so powerful. It's probably key, especially navigating the music industry. That's so important.
Totally. Absolutely. So, yeah, I left there. I presented my award. I got to meet all these people and do all these things. And then I just left feeling really almost like driven to do this thing on my own, or at least to do what I can on my own and not conform to like what they were wanting from me. And I also felt at the same time almost powerless because I was like, I'm never going to be able to do this without their help, you know? But I mean, through hard work, and I'm not saying like I've not made it by any means, I'm learning and I'm just trusting God and using that discernment that I've, mentioned. I think like that's come in clutch a lot where I'll have conversations with people that tell me that they have my best interest at heart. And I just, something within me is like, no, don't do it. And all right, we're
Okay.
just no for now or no forever. I don't know. But right now it's a no. Yeah. Sorry. I'm rambling. You just tell me, give me like a hint. Be
No,
like,
no,
stop.
no. That's beautiful, though. That's beautiful that you're able to basically use this gift of discernment as a compass. I think that's amazing. And also your experience in Nashville, although like at first you kind of felt defeated, you kind of turned that energy into something that's just lit a fire in you essentially. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of a characteristic trait that I'm learning about you that's been fostering with you since you were 12 years old. Like you're kind of just like that girl that just like get her done. Like doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're gonna help me. Yes, no, okay, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's needed in this industry, but it's also amazing to hear how these big opportunities have went maybe north and you've never really allowed any of that to stop you from
Right.
pursuing the
Yeah.
dream.
That's so
Wow.
true.
Girl, you're doing the things. You're doing the things. And good on you for even getting your name out there in America, because that's that is not easy.
I'm trying, this is weird. And I actually just had this conversation this morning with a friend, how like I've almost done it opposite where a lot of Canadian artists will do their thing in Canada and then they'll break out into US, which is cool. And I like think that that's probably the way that makes the most sense. But it just so happens that a lot of my friends, my entire team, except for maybe 3 people off the top of my head, are all in the States. So they know the market. Like I've always done it that way. The studio that I work with, Vanquish Studios, they're in South Florida. So like, I don't know. It's just that's how it works out. Um, I'm not the kind of person that's like, I I'm not going here or there. Like I'm just trying to blanket everywhere. I want my music to be everywhere. I want
Mm-hmm.
my um I want my sound to just like resonate with everybody all over. So
Yeah.
my PR agent who's amazing, I think she's on this call, her name's Sharon. Like she
Yeah.
gives me interviews like in South Africa. Like I'm like, what
So
is this? Yeah, like It's like some of the coolest, and they are some of the coolest people. And like, it's just random. It's like the UK, South Africa. Who else have I? Um, lots in the US, lots in Canada. But it's just like the reach. It's just like if I could put the songs out there and then have them impact people all over, that's the goal. I'm not like specifically. I'm not trying to target the US. I'm not trying to target Canada right
Yeah.
now as I like play the Uno reverse card on myself and try to get more reach in Canada. It's been wild because like I don't even qualify for grants because everybody I work with is from the States. So now I'm having to like restructure everything I've ever done and word things a little bit differently and try to figure out how I can still support the dream by also
Yeah.
like having, oh my gosh, I'd love to come to Norway. I almost came to Norway. When did I 2023? No, today's 2024. 2020 no, today's 2022. Elenee. Oh my gosh, sorry. My brain. In 2022, I
Were
was
you
supposed to go to
performing?
Norway. I was supposed to go to Norway in February and then uh they moved it to June, and then my best friend's wedding was in June, so I couldn't go, and I was so bummed. I was supposed to like lead worship and do songwriting. It was gonna be so fun, but then I
Oh,
couldn't.
yeah.
And funny story, that's not funny, but I ended up missing. Yes, you did. Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you remember. Not funny story, but the Lord had his hand on my life
Hmm.
100% because I would have loved to go to Norway, but the day before my best friend's wedding, no, a week before my best friend's wedding, I ended up having an emergency hysterectomy. And then the day before my best friend's wedding, I had to go back into the OR because my appendix had ruptured from like
Oh,
complications from
yeah.
my first surgery. It was crazy. I would have never like that would have been like I don't know what the heck I would have done if I was in Norway and like I needed to get my uterus taken out. Like what? They probably catch me out.
Yeah.
But
I'd be
anyways,
like,
that was crazy.
fly me home,
Yeah,
please.
seriously. So, anyways, that was I just overshared like times 1,000. Yes, I want to come to Norway. Raul, please have me there. Let's do this thing.
Is
Anyway, so the global.
there is there a particular city that you would love to perform live at?
That's such a great question. I get intense performance anxiety. If I'm like leading worship, it's very different. But I actually get nauseous and very, very sick. Like my body starts to shut
Oh,
down at the
wow.
thought of performing. A prime example, and this is very specifically for the people that are on this call, it's very much on the DL. I've not told anybody. This is OTR, off the record. Um, Next week, actually like a week from today, I'm going to be performing. I literally, my stomach right now is just like, well, I'm performing the national anthem.
Yes.
Yeah, cool, right? Okay, sweet. A hockey game? Like, where is she going? No, not just anywhere. At the House of Commons, at Parliament, in Ottawa,
In Ottawa.
in front of the
You got
Prime
this.
Minister. And I just found out yesterday that Natalie Grant will also be there. And I'm
Hmm.
going to puke like right now. The more I talk about it, the
No.
more I'm like, I like my face. I can literally see my face is like going pale.
But
I'm just like,
okay, is there anyone that you feel comfortable performing in front of in general?
no, maybe my kids,
Your not even your kids?
maybe my kids, but it's just because they're like, Mom, shut up. Like they're not like, they don't have the
They
mental
don't, yeah, they're
capacity
not hyping you up.
to judge
But
me.
your husband?
My husband, yes, but in like a like I can't like practice in front of him because I get psyched out. Like because I know how he thinks, I know how he judges. So it's like it's almost like if I'm
You're
gonna
just
perform in front of
overthink.
everybody,
You're internalizing his thoughts that he's not even having.
100%. I feel like, and I've gone to therapy for this, by the way, because we're like, what is this? It's actually a really deeply rooted fear of rejection and fear of disappointment. And when I was 13, I had a very, well, it's not going to sound that traumatic, but I had a very traumatic performance experience that much ruined every hope for me ever doing like concerts ever. And I'm trying to unlearn the feelings and everything that I learned back then, and it's like very difficult, but it's like something that I have to work through. So I say all that to say super cool. I'm really pumped to do this like parliament thing.
Yeah. And
I'm
congratulations for
oh,
the opportunity as well. Like, that's
thanks.
amazing. Not everybody gets invited there.
I know. I'm freaking out, but it's gonna be fine. But
You're
I
fine.
am planning a tour, a Canadian tour in the fall. So I'm hoping like I'm gonna get over myself and things are gonna be fine. And my manager, as we've all mentioned, or I mentioned before, him and I are working together to like figure out where I'm gonna go and how it's all gonna work out. But yeah, it's super cool. Like the opportunity is there. It's just like I just need to be okay with it.
You got
So to
it.
answer your
And like,
question,
they wouldn't. Pardon?
oh no, I was just gonna say. So to answer your question, nowhere. I have no dream place I'd love to perform. Like not, yeah, no.
That is so funny. Well, I'm hoping the opposite for you. I hope you tour this whole world. You go to all the cool cities,
I received
leading
that.
worship and performing your own songs, all the
Yes,
things.
it'd be so cool.
Also, I
Yeah,
was
it'd be
gonna
cool.
say, have you considered hypnotherapy? It's kind of crazy, but
Okay, I've heard of it. I've not even looked into it. Like I don't even know what it's about. Hypnotherapy? Like
yeah. So like,
kind of
some
like
people have been
hypnotizing?
hypnotized to stop their addictions. Yeah, like smoking addictions and stuff.
Oh,
They just go to one
that's
hypnotherapy session and then it's they're done.
wow. That would be so cool. Yeah, I'm game. I would
Just an
I'm
idea.
not above. All I know is like several years ago, I think it was like 2019, I went to St. Louis, Missouri. I was asked to perform one of my songs for like 40,000, well, it was like 30,000 youth at this youth convention or youth congress or whatever. And we
Yeah,
were in um, an oil stadium or like a football stadium.
yeah,
Um, no, this it doesn't matter where it was, Lenny. Just let it go. Anyways, I was somewhere in the States in a big football stadium and we did sound check. And from sound check was at like 2, and I did not need to be back and perform until I think like 7. And I spent from 2 o'clock until 7 with my face in the toilet at Lucas or whatever oil stadium, American Place, the dome at America's Place oil stadium or whatever. Why do I keep calling it that? The stadium with the football.
yeah.
And I was sitting there with my face in the toilet. I have no idea like how many people have done a number one or a number two and how often they were cleaned. I don't care because I could not even I was done. That was it.
Oh my
And so
goodness.
and then I went up there and I like my heart was just like like I can't and I bombed it. Absolutely bombed the performance. It was horrible. And I think about that all the time. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So anyways, we're working on it. I'm just trying not to
Yeah,
like
we're working on
detach
it,
too much.
and you know what I'm visualizing? You killing this next performance. It's gonna be amazing.
I received that.
Yes. Let's leave it there because you're entering a new season and your live performances are gonna be freaking killer from here on out.
There we go. Yeah.
And whatever you decide to either have a performance in Calgary or Toronto, I'll make sure to be there supporting you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we've chatted about so many different things.
I know.
We started off how you even got into music, which is phenomenal. And then we got into some of the awards and accolades you've been able to achieve. And also some upcoming performances. Do you have new releases on the way as well?
Oh yeah. I just released No Place Here in March, which was my second single off of my album, which will be coming out in August. Don't
Mhm.
tell. And on May 24th, Oh, this is again, you guys. This is like if you're in this live right now, you're in it. Like you know all the deets. May 24th, my next single comes out, and like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for it. It is just, it's such a good song. Y'all are gonna love this one. It's so good. So
Is
I'm pumped. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I'm super pumped because I just think it's a song for right now, but it's also like such a summer song. Like, turn down the window and turn up the music. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just
Okay,
gonna
so
want
it's
to
another
yell.
upbeat
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
upbeat
it's
single.
so good. It's so good.
Okay, I'm excited because even your last track, "No Place Here," I really like that one too, and I feel like it is a little bit of a different sound based
Mm-hmm.
on the tone, the tempo in itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love the direction your music's going.
Thank you. Me too. It's so good. Okay, I see a
Uh,
question.
yeah, someone submitted a question. So they're getting ready
Emergency
to release their first single. Do you have any tips on how they can improve?
choreography.
I believe so.
To be honest, I have no idea what that means outside of like dance steps. And as much as I
Yeah, let
wanted
us.
to be a triple threat, like I'm not a triple threat. I'm a horrible dancer. Um, yeah, there was
What
no
were
hope for
you
me
to
in
do with the
LA.
Disney people called you up and they're like, okay, audition?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I just wanted to be on the Family Channel. Like, what did that look like? Um, okay, so
Okay, yeah. So Christine, I think it's
Christina,
Christina. Christina, can you clarify your question, please? Let us
um,
know.
yeah, if it's choreography, I'm not the lady to ask, but I could definitely give some tips for like your very first release in like music land.
Yeah,
But
do it.
so if you're wanting to release music in I guess I'm assuming that you're maybe in Canada, but you could be anywhere, and it doesn't really matter, but it maybe matters
Yeah.
a little. Um I would see about like how do you know how to move your hands? Oh, how do you know how to move your hands and body?
Oh,
Oh,
and a music video.
literally, I am not the lady to ask. I am so awkward. Like, I feel like 70% of the takes that I've ever had on a music video have been deleted and redone because I'm just like, immediately no. What am I doing with my hands? Like Talladega Nights when he's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's me. I
Or
would
like for
just say, like,
photos.
yeah, or photos, like everything. I'm just like, I'm stuck in like the millennial pose with like hand on the hip. Like I can't seem to figure that out.
I'm so sorry, Christina. We're no help here.
No, but I will say,
Hmm.
make whatever you're doing, like if you're lip syncing, if your body movements, like you have to make it believable. Like don't make people feel awkward watching you, which that's why I literally have to I'm still let my dog out. That's why I have to make my videographer do more takes because I'm just like, I don't believe what I'm saying here. I don't believe what I'm singing. I don't believe anything. This looks like I'm a fraud. And people, I think, read into it almost more than you do because some people out there, like me, have really strong discernment, like we've mentioned a few times. And if I'm watching your music video and I want to throw up because I'm just like, like you don't even believe what you're singing. It's gonna like turn me off from you as a brand, which I know that sounds really bad, and I'm not trying to be mean. But like I'm a marketing major, so naturally everything goes back to brand and marketing and how your
Mm.
audience is perceiving you. So when you are putting out music, you are the brand and your music is the product. And so you kind of have to keep that in mind when you're doing anything, whether it's like a music video, social media, like you have to just be like consistent with what your messaging is. So for myself, it's a whole thing. I take several takes and sometimes I look stupid and I post it anyways, and other times I like go above and beyond and I like do too much with my hands and I'm just like post it anyways and people are going to make fun of me and they do. They're like Are those like the official actions for this song? Like, are we like Hillsong kids? Like, what's the vibe here? And like,
Oh, kids.
yeah, like calm down, Yancy. Like, like but in truth, part of my brand is to be really authentic and outgoing and honest. And sometimes you post stuff like that, almost like funny as a joke, and people grab onto it. There was this one person that commented on one of my like really dumb hand motion videos, and he was like, what did he say? I made a reel to counter it, but he said something like, the actions are taking away from the message of the song. And so I was like, pardon? And so I recorded a reel of me singing the same song, but I'm like with my glasses like on the tip of my nose like this, and I'm like singing from a hymn book, like and it just like the camera just like slowly zooms into my face, and I'm just like lip syncing the words. And that video did so well because it was like making fun in a sense of like what I've been doing. Anyways,
Yeah.
wow, I just like overshared again.
Girl,
Like, count on me to
you're
do that.
fine. You're all good. You're all good. I am sure Christina can pick up something out of all of that. If anything, authenticity. Yeah. And like sometimes too, people are authentically awkward. And if that is just what your swag is, then that will work too for the music video.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like one of those things where it's like, don't overthink it or feel like you have to be super expressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
With your motions.
Yeah.
Just do whatever feels natural to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and that like people will pick up on that
Yeah.
in the best way.
I heard something some time ago from a videographer who said, so you know how there's this saying that's like the camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a saying. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. What I do know though, and from what this guy had mentioned, was that the camera is only picking up like 50% of your enthusiasm. So like you have to almost, instead of putting 100% into it, you almost have to put 150, and the camera will pick up 100%. So no matter what you're doing, if it feels like awkwardly, outrageously expressive, then it probably looks normal on camera. I don't know what the science is behind that, but it's been very true for my own life and like what I've done behind a camera. And even if it's like a reel on my phone, or if it's like a professional camera, it's just like, oh yeah, no, that translated exactly how I thought it would, and I thought I was being an idiot, but I guess not. So there you go.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you have any other tips for artists that are in that intersection where you are, like that pop / Christian music intersection?
I would say first and foremost, like you have to advocate for yourself. I've done a lot of trial and error in the years that I've done music, for better or worse. I have done exactly what other people have done and not gotten the results that they did. I've done my own thing and gotten results, and I can't even explain it. Like the few times that I've gone viral, like when people are like, how did you do it? I'm like, I literally have no idea. Like I just posted
Jehovah.
content that people liked, I guess. And at the right time of day, and I don't know. So, like, don't be afraid. You're gonna make some really costly mistakes, but don't be afraid to just try new things. Trial and error is gonna happen, and that's just part of life. And it's just more expensive when it's music. So be okay with setbacks. Nothing ever is a failure when you're doing music, because you're still like ministering, you're still getting to share your message with people. But yeah, don't be afraid to be like, okay, yeah, I'll never do that again, and then try something else the next time. I'm sort of in that intersection right now and being okay with it. There was one time that it was a $3,000 mistake, which sounds like, oh, it's not really that much in the grand scheme of things, but like I didn't get any money back. and that is what it costs to make another song, or more. That would have made 2 songs. So I was like, I just wasted $3,000 on something that was pretty much a scam, and now I have nothing to show for it. But I've now learned what we don't do and who we don't give money to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of that too now, especially with these playlists that are on Spotify. A lot of people don't know that there's behind the house, you can literally submit your songs to these playlists. Instead, people are going to these platforms and paying whoever to put their songs on these playlists, and that's like not how it works at all.
Yeah,
So
and
there's so many scams out there.
will be like, I have an in with the person that is on the Spotify editorial for this genre. I have a connection. I have this and that and the other, of a contact with Spotify, which is cool. But also, like, if that person is gatekeeping that information from you, that to me feels like a red flag. Like, we're not really we're not in competition with each other. In some ways, maybe, but also like different people like different music. So we can both be on that playlist and it's okay. You know, I'm not like saying your music sucks because, you know, because I'm on the playlist and you're not. It's just like we all have a different flavor and people are all interested in different types of music, different sounds. More people are attracted to different tones and different this. So like, it's okay.
That's how it
But
goes.
as an artist myself,
Yeah.
as someone that has like been doing this for a while and grinding and doing all the things, I will not gatekeep information. You can message me right now. Well, not right now, because then I'll accidentally leave this chat again. But you can message me and I will give you a list of names and numbers if you want. I will give you all the information that you want. But I'm just saying, like, what worked for me might not work for you, and you have to be okay with that. So yeah. I see that we have someone who is half Greek and Christian. Yeah, girl. Hey. I assume you're a gal. I'm not sure. Hey. Your cover of Holy Forever is my favorite. Thank you. See, I would love to post the whole song. I don't have the full song done, but I want to post like I want to do an album of just like sad pop covers, which I'm working on. So that was cool. Anybody that I missed?
Christina.
Oh,
Christina has a follow-up question.
How do you get your songs on the radio? I knew I saw 3. If you're are you in Canada, Christina? Because I have like a person and a contact for you and a company if you want. If you're in the States, I would just like dig around and see if you can find like a radio promoter that is not going to take a pile of your money and do nothing for follow-up. Like, get someone that really believes in your sound and your message like the way that you do. That makes all the difference. Oh, from the UK. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you're in Las Vegas. Okay.
Oh, Las Vegas.
Represent. Yeah, I would say look around. I'm sure just because of like where you're located, and I know that there's quite a music scene around there. There's for sure radio promoters who would be interested in working with you. You just have to find someone who works with the niche and the genre that you're working with. So it would make no sense for you to take your Christian song to someone who like works specifically with like R&B and rap artists. Like, go find someone who does the Christian music thing and see how they can offer you some support, and make sure that you're very honest about what your budget is and what your expectations are. Don't go into any agreement or anything without knowing exactly how much money you have to spend or how much they're taking from you, because learned lesson. Yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. I don't know. I feel like I think I'm caught up.
Yeah, definitely are. Those were all the ones that were on my radar. Okay, so do you have time for a game?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So I like to play this game called Song Association.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to give you a word and you have to sing a song that has that word in it. You can use original music, but you cannot repeat the same song twice.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm freaking out. Here we go. Let's go.
All right, so your first word, easy. Sunshine.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Two.
Okay, okay. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, next word is grace.
Your grace is enough. You know.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's okay. So next word is lift.
I lift up my hands, standing unashamed. I think. I worship you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, your next word is high.
um, you are high and lifted up, and all the world will praise your great name.
Perfect. Amazing. And for those that are watching, if there's a word that comes to mind and you want her to think of a song, definitely post it in the comment section.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so your next word is rise.
Rise up and walk. Depression. Oh yeah, that's my own song. Greater Works. Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Wow, you're like doing really, really well. Oh my gosh. Okay, next word is mind.
Oh no, sound mind. What does it go? It's called sound mind. No, no, mind, mind. Set my mind on things up above me. My own song. No place here. Why was that so hard?
Wow. Okay, your next word is cloud.
Cloud. Oh my God. Behold, he comes riding on the clouds. Question mark? Can that work? No.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
That works.
Yes.
That works.
Hear the trumpet call. You know, Days of Elijah. There we go.
Wow. Okay, okay. Next word is overcomer.
Oh, you're an overcomer, or how does it go? Also, rest in peace to Mandisa. I met her. She's amazing. I'm so sad that she's not with us anymore. But that song, Overcomer.
Oh. Okay, 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 okay. Got it. Okay, your next word is sun. No, wait, we kind of did sunshine earlier. Peace. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Oh, you are peace when everything around is crumbling. Okay, consistently.
I love that. I love that. You're amazing. Okay. Your next word is pain. This is
Pain.
also your final.
Oh my gosh, pain, pain, pain. 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 I can't. I have nothing for pain. Pain. I have nothing. Why was that so hard?
That was challenging. Yeah, that was challenging.
You pick a
Yeah,
soccer.
but I got
Pain.
that. I got that word from one of your songs.
What?
One of your songs. I didn't write it.
Tell me. Pain.
Something about like turn pain into something good. Yeah.
Wow. Praise the Lord for
Maybe
that.
that's amazing. Okay, well, you slayed that. That's freaking amazing. Congratulations on that. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone just like blow through all of my words like that. That's
Oh,
amazing.
girl. It's the brain. My brain is always thinking in songs for better words. Like, for me to complete a sentence, challenging. For me to think of a song, I got you.
You got you. Okay, okay, amazing.
Oh,
Well, thank
man.
you so much for being on this week's episode. I appreciate you immensely.
This was so fun. Thank you for having me. You're so awesome. I love what you're doing. And we had so many good chats. We covered a lot of ground today. we like
Yeah, we really did. But I really hope the audience, gathered something for themselves, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I hope that for everybody here, I hope you're at least following. If you're following any of us, please make sure that you're following behind the music because that she's got something awesome happening over there. Hey, Sharon, thanks, girl, for being here. She's the best. Sharon is the best. If you're in Canada or not and need someone to do your PR for you, Sharon, Vision PR
Erin.
Solutions. She's the best. Yeah.
Woo!
All right, that's my last plug. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
awesome. You're most
for-
welcome, and yeah, catch you later. And also, likewise for you, for y'all that are just like tuning in. I don't know if you came from the Explore page or whatever. Make sure you give her a follow. Where can people find you for those that don't know?
Elenee M. Young across the board. You can find me Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm not on Twitter or whatever it's called, X. I'm not on there anymore, or ever. I'm not on there. I think that's the stupidest waste of time. And I go on Threads every so often because like Instagram suggests like, oh, a thread you might be interested in. And I'm like, ew, I need pictures or videos. Like this is not enough for me. Like, and it's just like people arguing. Like, no, I don't need that in my life. That's negativity. I just don't need it. So, anyways, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, all the same. Elenee M. Young. Find me there.
Perfect. All right. Well, have a great day. And goodbye, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye. That's today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more conversations with artists in Canada.